the Secret Six who funded Harper's Ferry raid. They were Horace Greeley, Cornelius Vanderbilt, and Garrett Smith. Note, these men were noted abolitionists which raises the question, why did they fund his release? After being in prison, he returned home and continued to search for Jim, his adopted son, but Jim was never found. His citizenship was not restored to 1978 under President Carter. But before his death, on December 6, 1889, Jefferson Davis requested the following: lay aside all rancor, all bitter sectional feeling, and make your places in the rank of those who will bring about a consummation devoutly to be wished, that of a reunited country, that of a reunited country, that of a reunited country. We're failing miserably on that charge. The monument in question, that of Preston Davis, was unveiled on December 10, 1936, under Governor Happy Chandler. It's a work of Frederick Hibbert, known for his Civil War World memorials honoring both blue and gray across this great nation. Private donations, supervised by the UDC, helped fund this statue, and $5,000 was appropriated by a state legislator in 1839. That statue, like those within the rotunda, belonged to the people of Kentucky, belonged to the United States in a greater sense, the rising generation, that we must leave a rightful inheritance. For history, my friends, is inseparable. If the 14-member Historic Properties Advisory Commission recommends to move one statue, it stands to reason that each statue must be removed, because history is inseparable. Now we're in time of revision and reconstruction of our American history, our American heritage, our American legacy, and truly our American morals. President Davis' statues now resides in the corner where a larger statue of President Abraham Lincoln lingers in the center of that rotunda, 8 steps away from each other. Their shadows, as is their history, are intertwined. But for how long will they let it be intertwined? Other statues, one of former President Barkley under President Truman's there, the famed spokesman and statesman Henry Clay, and frontier surgeon McDowell, Ephraim McDowell. Allow me to ask, what will happen to those statues in the future? Allow me to say that don't each of them suggest or have something that is that a politically correct world might contest? Friends, are we not from the Bible Belt? Amen. Have we forgotten the sacred principles which we are duty bound to maintain? Have we forgot the lessons of yesteryear? Have we not learned the importance of remembering each lesson history has to offer in order not to see it repeated? Compatriots, patriots, friends, listen. Please, God, listen to Lady Liberty as she cries for our nation. Listen to the sounds and shouts of our founding fathers tell us to honor the memory of each thread of our American tapestry. Do you hear them? The voices are silent. But can we join them in the voices to build a better tomorrow? For they can no longer speak. They cannot speak of the challenges. They cannot speak of the suffering they endured. The grave is silenced, each and every one. But it is for the living to be their voice, their advocates. And we, the living, must speak out. We must be their voices. For we are the sons and we are their daughters, which they had charged with that obligation. We are their representatives. We have been challenged to emulate their virtues, to perpetuate their principles, to cherish the ideals that made them glorious, and guard and guide and teach true American history. Make no mistake, my friends, our American history and legacy is at stake. And if I should falter and not do my duty, what would he think of me? If you should falter and not do your duty, what will he think of you? Will you hear the words, "Well done, thy good and faithful servant"? Or "Get behind me, for I do not know you"? My time is short. But if I should fall in battle, who will carry the banner?
I will.
Who will carry it forward and lead this nation in our history and heritage that's so important? Who will guide us? Who will proclaim God, country, and our American legacy to the rising generation? Who among you dare proclaim Christ, King of kings and Lord of lords? Who will raise to the occasion and look into the eyes of hatred, reflecting only love of God and country? I had that opportunity a few years ago. I was at the National Battle of Chickamauga, and I was getting ready to speak, and I believe Kerry came to me, Mr. Crutcher, and he said, "HK is in need of you." And I ran over and I found a man who portrays, forgive me, he portrays Grant, and he went with me. And there on stage, HK was doing what he so honorably does, but he is being called every name you could think of by 5 or 6 individuals over to the side. And I sent for the 3rd and 9th Georgia. Grant sent for the 17th New York. And the 37th Virginia came. And those 6 people were kindly escorted off the fields, so that man had the right to say what he had to say, because this is still America, and I do believe we have that right.
Amen. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the guardians. We are the voices that have been silenced by that grave. We must remember who they were, or we will lose a sense of who we are as a nation. The stakes are high as the flag falls. And our founding fathers and Lady Liberty awaits our engagements. Friends, I want you to remember the words of Reverend Robert Louis Dabney. "Sir, you have no reason to be ashamed of your Confederate dead. See to it that they have no reason to be ashamed of you." God bless this great country.